Hola. Okay, here we are. It's mid-November already. Crazy. I've had this little bit of a weird voice for a long time now, so deal with it. What's going on? Here's the thing. I've been working out like a fiend, people. I'm working out all the time. It feels good. I'm back into like extreme endurance and what else? Also, it's just once you get going with it, for myself, I find it to be you kind of become dependent on it as a stress reliever, whereas before you didn't, but once you do it, you have to keep doing it. So I'm in that place. Not really losing weight, frustratingly. I don't know. So I dropped my calories down to 1,400, and I'm going to tell you, if you're going to be working out for 80 minutes, I don't recommend going lower than that. So, I really that's kind of where I'm at. And on the weeks that I'm diligent with that, I do see a loss. On the weeks that I'm not, I don't. I mean, I'm certainly not gaining weight, but this is going to be a much slower process, and I will say because of that, and because 1,400 is like my limit for not feeling too excessively deprived, like I really need to measure, record, and anticipate, I need to eat in the night. I'm just one of those kind of people. I'd be starving, and I cannot stop eating at dinner because I'm up for another day's worth of time. I don't go to bed until like 2 in the morning. So I need a fourth meal, basically. And I work out at night, so then, I need to eat. So I have to, it just takes carefulness. And when I'm super careful, it works, and when I'm not, it doesn't. So I think it's just going to take me probably several months to get to where I want to go, and I would like it to be faster, and the fact that it's not, and because any small thing, because that 1,400 for me, because I am one of those people who has like a kind of hypoglycemia style issues. I can't really go long stretches. I do need to eat frequently, and it's really hard to eat less than 100 to 200 calories and actually have it work for you. So it's just harder. When I was, after having a baby, doing this, I was breastfeeding, so I could eat a lot more and still lose weight, and it's a much more difficult challenge now. Also, I just think it's harder. I think my metabolism is very different. I'm older in a stretch of oldness. For women, that's probably a pretty hard stretch to try to navigate this with. And obviously, as evidence with my crazy migraines and this ridiculous abdominal pain and several other things, like my hormones are like wiggity wackety, and I think it's just, I'm in a horrible zone. So because it's so specific what I have to do to have this be successful diet-wise, it can be frustrating, and then it's easy to just kind of want to sabotage yourself. So trying to stick with it. Going to Disney World on Saturday. It's Monday. Excited, but also nervous. We're driving, so that's like 2 days of driving down and 2 days of driving back. So it's hard to get super excited about that. I mean, that's the problem. I felt in making this decision. Obviously, that saves us a lot of money because we can drive for free, like literally. But do you want to start your vacation 20 hours of driving into your vacation, and then end it with 20 hours of driving home? Hopefully it all works out and it still feels rejuvenating. So I got to get the packing and all that kind of stuff done. As you know, we've gone to Disney World several times, and we totally love Disney World, and we think it's great. And for Disney skeptics, trust, no one could have been a bigger Disney skeptic than we were, and we love it. And other people I've known who are crazy skeptics, and then we're like, seriously, we love it. They go and they're like, totally love it. I just think it's like such a great kid vacation where kids are, other vacations, there can be a different stress. Where here, the kid element is not stressful as long as you respect your children and don't try to shove too much stuff into a day. as I like to say, you can't think about it as a cost per day. Like, think about it more like a cruise. Like, you're paying this much, so just enjoy the things you want to enjoy. Don't feel like you have to, like, overdo every day to get your money's worth. The money's worth is just being able to have a good time. Once you make it bad, you're not getting your money's worth. You're ruining it. So, think about that. Also, these are some good tips. When you go to Disney World, there'll be a lot of Disney type things that your kids might want to buy, and if you don't want to buy them, you know, that's a problem on some level. Go to dollar stores or the dollar bin area of Target and load up on cheap Disney themed things like pens and notebooks, so they can do autographs for like 100 times cheaper than if you waited to do it there, or you know, any type of thing like that. And if you could dole them out like once a day, or you can get it's a good idea. I mean, they have them at like 4th of July and Halloween usually, the glow necklaces and bracelets or things like that you can stock up on. And then when you go to like the night parades and they have all those things, you can give out those, and it seems a little bit good. Not quite as good as some of those things, but better than nothing. So I like to do that. Stock up on those things and then dole them out. I even got like the dollar bin some like princess hair things, and you know, if I can give that every couple of days, it kind of can head off some of the wanting impulse buy type stuff that they could be lured into wanting. What else? So that's that. We almost got a dog this weekend, but we didn't, so we're actually feeling relieved that we didn't feel pressured into doing that. So that's probably good. Homeschooling's going great. Baby's in preschool, and that seems to be going okay. She's not quite as much of a goody two-shoes as Kid was, which was kind of surprising to hear. She refuses to clean up, so we've been working on that. Also, please give me a shout out. I would like to know what kind of chores you have your kids do and what ages your kids are. Sometimes I'm shocked at what some people's kids do, and sometimes people's kids don't do anything. So I'd be interested to know, like, at what age you felt like your kids were, what they were doing, you know. And do you reimburse them for that? Is that like a chore thing? You know, we're doing this myjobchart.com, which is free and has been highly motivating for Kid. Baby's a little too young for it to be motivating because she doesn't really care. But of course, she's the one we're trying to motivate. But that's been highly motivating. It's totally free, and I think it's a pretty neat program. So it's something to check out. It's a website, and that's been working. Probably better for kids who have a little better concept of earnings. So we're doing that. But I'd like to know what else people are doing. Also, I've been going through a Duggars obsession phase. People, I love the Duggars. I love them. I don't care what you think, you're wrong, because they are awesome parents. So I just read both of their books from the library back to back because they were that good. I read the new one and it kept referencing the old one, so I had to get it and read it. And I cannot tell you how many times there's been some kind of profound parenting advice that they've given that has really been like, you know, like a good aha moment for any age of kids. So it's worth checking out. And I don't, you know, obviously I don't share their religious convictions, but I never am turned off by extreme religious convictions. I'm kind of into it. What? Can you hold on 1 second? Just 1 second. Yes, 1 second, 1 second. In 1 second. Okay, great. So I think it's worth checking out. I mean, a lot about parental anger, and, you know, if you've ever watched it, you know, they're like the calmest people. But I appreciate for them, especially because they're conservative Christians, that they're, you know, extremely gentle and loving, and I just felt like they had a lot to say that was something you could take away from it. So I've been totally into them lately. And what else? I kind of still want to adopt some more kids, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. We're in the paralyzation phase of you feel like you want to, but you're so overwhelmed by everything that has to go into the process that it's easy to just sit here and be overwhelmed and then feel like, God, we were going to do this last year this time, and we still haven't done it. So it's really time to move forward. Oh, yeah. All right. We're going to Disney.
Disney World.
Awesome.
I love Disney World. I can go on it all day and even in all of the days.
Yes, you can. Okay, bye.